Rodney Harrison. Rodney Harrison was the NFL's resident enforcer. This safety played like he had a personal grudge against every offensive player on the field. Fists flying, punches thrown, and hits that rattled bones. Harrison was voted the league's dirtiest player multiple times by his peers. His tackles weren't just hard, they were personal. Richie Incognito. Richie Incognito's name is synonymous with controversy, eye gouging, late hits, and a 2009 Sporting News poll where players crowned him the dirtiest in the game. Incognito's on-field antics were as loud as his reputation. Trouble followed him like a shadow. Albert Haynesworth. At 6 feet 6 inches, 320 pounds, Albert Haynesworth was a force and a menace. His most infamous moment, stomping on Cowboys center Andre Garode's unprotected face in 2006, earning a 5-game suspension, the longest for on-field misconduct at the time. Talent, undeniable. Temper, uncontrollable. Cortland Finnegan. Cortland Finnegan was a master agitator. This Titans corner thrived on getting under opponents' skin, culminating in a 2010 brawl with Texans receiver Andre Johnson. Flags flew, punches landed, and Finnegan loved every second of it. He'd do anything for an edge. James Harrison Steelers linebacker James Harrison played with an intensity that often veered into illegal territory. Known for punishing hits, he racked up over $100,000 in fines. When he flushed quarterbacks out of the pocket, his tackles weren't just completions, they were statements. Hines Ward, a wide receiver on this list. Hines Ward earned it. He redefined the position with linebacker-like physicality. His 2008 blindside block on Bengals linebacker Keith Rivers broke Rivers' jaw, leading to the NFL's Hines Ward rule banning such hits. Ward didn't just play tough, he played mean. Deacon Jones, Rams legend. Deacon Jones was a fierce competitor who inspired the NFL to track sacks as a stat, but his methods, questionable. His infamous head slap was more like a punch to the ear hole, leaving linemen dazed as he blew past. Jones didn't just dominate, he punished. Mark Schlereth. Mark Schlereth didn't just embrace dirty play, he bragged about it. As the ringleader of the late 90s Broncos O-line, he mastered cut blocks, throwing 40 a game when others threw 15. The NFL changed rules because of him. Knees buckled, and Schlereth smiled. Jason Babin. Jason Babin played like he was one hit away from a suspension, and he loved it. Coached by the vicious Chuck Cecil, Babin hit hard, low, and often questionably. A 47-yard gain ended with Phillip Rivers nearly losing his career to Babin's edge. To him, dirty was a badge of honor. Shawne Merriman cheap shots, late hits, low blows. Shawne Merriman brought the full package. Lights out wasn't just his nickname, it was his mission. From roided up dominance to near violent outbursts, Merriman flexed over fallen opponents like it was all part of the show. Bart Scott. Bart Scott was off the dirty radar. Until one play changed everything. Targeting Reggie Bush's ankle in a game against the Saints, Scott's intentional looking shot knocked Bush out. Suddenly, every late shove and borderline hit got scrutinized. That one moment branded him dirty for life. Darnell Dockett. Darnell Dockett was a trash-talking bruiser who played mind games as well as he played defensive line. Elbows to the throat, knees to the back, and post-whistle love taps were his style. Ask Matt Hasselbeck, who felt Dockett's forearm on his neck long after the play died. Roy Williams. Roy Williams tackled like he wanted to rip your soul out. His horse collar tackles were so reckless, the NFL created a new penalty to stop him. His highlight reel is a cautionary tale of hard-hitting gone dangerously wrong, leaving a trail of victims. Jared Allen. Jared Allen was a high-motor edge rusher with a knack for convenient low hits. Too many tackles ended at quarterbacks' knees, like Matt Schaub's, who missed games after Allen's work. Even tight end Owen Daniels caught a late shot. Allen walked the line between relentless and ruthless. Brian Dawkins, Weapon X, wasn't just a nickname, it was a warning. Hall of Famer Brian Dawkins hit like he needed 2 mouthpieces himself. Voted one of the dirtiest by peers. He led with his helmet, finished with his shoulder, and ignored the whistle if he had a target locked. Andre Waters. Philly's Andre Waters wasn't just tough, he was feared. This Eagles safety hit below the waist so often, the NFL wrote a rule to stop him. Waters fit the city's vibe, gritty, physical, and unrelenting, leaving opponents limping and wary. Lyle Alzado didn't play football, he waged war. Cheap shots, late hits, even swinging helmets like weapons. Alzado did whatever it took to win. His outbursts spilled outside the whistles as he'd brawl mid-game without hesitation. He was a lunatic between the lines. Steve Wisniewski Raiders lineman Steve Wisniewski made opponents hurt. Holding, twisting, clawing, and finishing blocks well after the whistle, he led with fists and ended with forearms. Kidneys felt like they'd been battered. Wisniewski was Raiders football at its filthiest. Jack Tatum, nicknamed the Assassin. Jack Tatum was football's dark side. His hits bordered on criminal, and he bragged about it, saying his best hits felt like felonious assault. His 1978 preseason hit paralyzed Patriots receiver Darryl Stingley. Tatum never apologized, cementing his feared, reviled legacy. Joe Green. Mean Joe Green wasn't just a nickname, it was a promise. Anchoring the Steelers' steel curtain, Green didn't tackle, he punished. Spitting on opponents, throwing punches when things went south, his ferocity left opponents battered and bruised. Conrad Dobler. Conrad Dobler didn't just play dirty, he lived for it. Dubbed pro football's dirtiest player by Sports Illustrated in 1977, he punched, kicked, bit, and spat on injured foes. He punched Joe Green, kicked Merlin Olsen in the head. His antics wouldn't fly today. Ndamukong Suh's talent was matched only by his aggression. Stomping opponents, delivering late hits, and racking up fines, Suh's competitive intensity often looked like unsportsmanlike malice. His rap sheet speaks louder than his all-pro nods. Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict's career is a highlight reel of chaos. Vicious hits and disregard for safety earned him over $5 million in fines and 22 games suspended, the most for on-field misconduct ever. His 2016 playoff hit concussed Antonio Brown, and a 2019 season-long ban ended his career. Bill Romanowski. Bill Romanowski wasn't just dirty, he was dangerous. Spitting on opponents, breaking fingers, taking cheap shots, even punching a teammate's face and shattering his eye socket. His rap sheet reads like a crime novel. Unapologetic and relentless, Romanowski is the NFL's dirtiest player, and he wore the title with pride.